Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Honda CR-V. This is a 2 litre EX manual. The car's covered just over 41,000 miles. Finished in this lovely sapphire blue metallic with a black leather interior. Just 2 owners from new. You can see it here, it's currently on its private plate, but that plate is in the middle of being transferred as we speak, and will go on to its age-related 2011 plate. That will happen in the next couple of days. But just to go around the car for you, it's in exceptionally clean condition. It really is. Front of the car, lights, no condensation, cracks or otherwise. Hardly a mark of stone chip to be seen anywhere, and you have to look really hard to find anything on this car. It really is absolutely beautiful. Been fully serviced by Honda throughout its life. Just come down this side here, it's absolutely mirror smooth down the panels. Apologise, it's a late video for me today, such as the pressure of getting these done. I was in really nice condition, so that's just a bit of a tree that's disappeared onto, or found its way onto the car. But the panel work down the side, absolutely superb. It really is. So clean, and it just looks absolutely fabulous in this colour. It's a really sought after colour. Sorry about that, just waiting for the car to go by. Back of the car, again, absolutely unmarked. It really is it's quite stunning condition. And then down the offside of the vehicle again, really does look absolutely mirror smooth down the sides. Hopefully you can see that. But as I said, panel work, all the wheels in really fabulous condition as well. So quite an exceptional car in wonderful condition. And just pan back here. But yeah, it'd be really hard pressed to find one in nicer condition than this particular car. So coming into the boot area, absolutely massive of course in these CR-Vs. The rear seats there, obviously a 60/40 fold on these seats, but they also go forward on runners, so you can extend the boot area by a good 6 or 7 inches. But it's really hard to get across in the videos just how clean it looks, almost factory fresh in the back here. Plastic's in really fantastic original condition. There's no silicone spray to try and make things look nicer than they really are. It really is in genuinely lovely condition. Coming to the back of the car now, offside rear door card, looks pretty much as new in all honesty. Back of the seats there, apologise for the sun, but really is in great condition. And leatherwork looks absolutely as new. Coming to the front now, again driver's door card, only light marks on here which you'd expect, usually sort of little ring or bracelet marks you see on the door. But you know, sort of certainly in keeping with the age and mileage of the car. Solera is all really nice. Obviously electric adjustments on the driver's seat there, and driver's seat again looks in fabulous order. Likewise, passenger seat at the front there pretty much looks as new in all honesty. EX spec car, so obviously we've got this lovely big panoramic roof above our heads. Press the button and you've got electric blind to cover it over. And then if you want the sun to come in, just press it back the other way. So sat in the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through. Passenger door card looks absolutely super. Footwell area, and again beautiful condition as well there. Dashboard itself is in absolutely remarkable condition, so I'm just going to close the electric blind at the top there, stop the sun coming in. But you can see sat nav all working perfectly. If I pop that into reverse there, you've got a lovely crystal clear rear parking camera as well, which is all fully functional as well. But it is in just beautiful condition, and it's, you know, so it's not been tarted up, it's giving it the lightest of cleans. It really is one of the very best you'll see. And then the centre console here, obviously loads of stowage area in the CR-Vs, heated seats, cup holder areas, all beautiful condition. Seats all work exactly as they should. And then down in this centre little cubby hole here, huge amount of stowage area, and then hopefully you can just see that in there, your auxiliary ports, for charging phones and goodness knows what else. Coming across the main binnacle, just pan in there for you. You see there, 41,082 miles, engine's running, no warning lights on the car of course. Auto lights, auto wipers, and then your multifunction steering wheel, which looks, feels exactly as it did when it came out of the factory. Absolutely astonishing condition. And it really is a genuinely wonderful car in a wonderful condition, and of course fully serviced by Honda throughout its life, and that is clear as soon as you sit in and drive this particular car. So finally, just come into the engine bay, beautifully presented as you'd expect from Honda. Engines always sound noisier on the videos in reality than when you stood here in reality, I should say. But it's a fantastic engine, wonderfully reliable of course, and a joy to sit behind. What will follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right, this is a quick road test for a Honda CR-V, and this is a 2-litre EX version, and this is the manual car as you can see. This particular car has done 41,074 miles, and the registration number of the car is currently on RF11HTX, which is a private plate, but the plate transfer, registration transfers being undertaken as we speak, so that plate does not come with the car, so please don't be under any impression that it does. It certainly does not. That should take only a week or so to do, and it will go on to RF11HTX, so it's a 2011 registered car. The reason we do the road tests, as I say in all of them, is very simple indeed. It's so that people who may be looking further afield to come and see our cars can come in the confidence in knowing that the car drives well, or if there's any issues with it, I can relay those back to you before you come to us. And I do that. You know, the videos are here not just to help us sell the cars, which fundamentally of course they are, not pretend they're not, but they are also honest appraisals of the car, and if there's any issues with the vehicle that I can feel whilst driving the vehicle, then I do relay them back to you, as I have done on previous videos. The road tests are also done on exactly the same test drive route as any prospective buyer will go on, so I'd hope that they'd be, you know, wholly representative of what you'd feel yourself when you came and saw and drove the vehicle. So starting with the car, I mean, it's been superbly looked after by the Honda dealers, and it really is obvious. You know, as soon as you get in and drive the car, it just feels as tight as a drum. Engine starts absolutely instantly, of course. There's no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car for that matter. And the engine pulls quietly, smoothly, briskly, with a nice engine note when you do push it harder as well. They really are fabulous engines, and with these later facelift models, the car's noticeably quieter than the earlier versions as well. But the engine, yeah, absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Likewise, clutch, very smooth, quiet in operation. Biting point is exactly the right point on the clutch pedal, but it feels it's got tons and tons and tons of life left in it, certainly from the experience of driving the car thus far. Clutch then feeds into 6-speed gearbox, another brilliant Honda gearbox. You know, in answer to any questions regarding, you know, what this video is all about, which is trying to detect any wear in it, I can't feel anything. It feels absolutely as tight as the day it was produced. What's very hard to get across on the video is obviously just how brilliant these gear changes are in these Hondas. It's really well judged, very defined gate, very precise action, wonderful synchro mesh quality as well. Doesn't bulk. You know, always find your way home. You know, just for the sake of changing gear now, you know, it really is a lovely, easy, but a nice mechanical feel to it, which is ironic given the fact that, as with pretty much every front-wheel drive car, or front-mounted gearbox I should say, you'll find that it's almost certainly a cable going from there through to the gearbox, and then the mechanical's all internal. But you'd never know with this. It's such a high quality gear change, it really is. So in terms of powertrain, if you want to call it that, absolutely spot on, absolutely perfect. Drive along now. Steering's got a lovely tightness to it. It's you know, it's lost again none of that tautness and tightness from new. It's a very, very accurate steering system on these Hondas. It's, you know, again, unlike some taller upright cars that tend to be a little bit vague and lifeless, you know, this is kind of old school. It's got a real kind of agility to the car, which I really like, and very much underplayed by the motoring magazines, as is always the case. You know, Honda are very clever as a company. They won't put a steering on the car that, you know, is lively and, you know, quick and rack at low speeds, only to find out that it's horrendously nervous when you go quicker. These become more alive the quicker you go, so they can feel a little bit kind of slower to respond at low speed, but they're just such a clever car. They really, really are. On top of that, the suspension, which is absolutely faultless on this car. There's no knocks, no bangs, no clonks, no nothing from it at all. You know, it's a very comfortable car, but it's very well damped and very good body control through the corners as well. Check the cruise control function whilst I'm doing the test drive, and that works exactly as it should, which I'd certainly hope. Also driving at speed, you know, these are quiet cars, and the quietness can be ruined very easily if, you know, someone had a cracked windscreen and one replaced which hadn't been done properly, or there's, you know, a door sill had been skagged getting in and out. But it's all exactly as it should be in here. You know, very, very smooth and quiet car. Inside the vehicle itself, you know, it's literally just come to us, hasn't been valeted, and to be honest with you, isn't going to take a lot. It's you know, it's in very, very nice order in here. They are beautifully, beautifully made cars. Doesn't even feel like it's going to squeak or rattle. It's got that feel to it. Obviously, this is the later version, so you notice that the trim around here is now sort of a darker colour. So the knobs for the dual zone climate control sort of stand out further from the dashboard on these ones, but everything is such a lovely high quality action to it. You know, they are brilliantly, brilliantly made cars, and this one's in fantastic original condition. You know, very hard to pick a fault inside here, in all honesty. As you can see there, nice big screen sat nav working exactly as it should. Air conditioning's working perfectly as well. Then coming across to the main binnacle of the dashboard, again, I love it. It's simple, it's easy to take the information in, all working absolutely perfectly. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where you want it to be on a Honda car. But it's a really nice, classy but very simple dashboard there. Obviously on these cars you've got auto lights and auto wipers, and again working exactly as they should as well. And then you've got this multi-function steering wheel with audio top left here, top right we've got the cruise control, which I've just shown you working. Then down on this bottom right we've got information display, so I can scroll through different bits of information on the vehicle, kind of MPGs, average speeds, etc, etc. And then on this side we've got the voice activation system for various functions, including, you know, a hands-free system for compatible phones. But all in super, super, super order. I mean, it's, you know, I'm sure there may be a cheaper one out there. I don't know, in all honesty, I don't think so. Not for the age and the mileage of the car. But this one isn't, you know, cheap for what it is because it's tatty or it's missed services or anything like that. It's quite the opposite. It's in fantastic condition, drives absolutely perfectly. I cannot fault it at all. Going back to the car itself, actually, just before I forget, obviously Hondas run what they call a real-time four-wheel drive, they used to refer to it, but you think of it basically as a front-wheel drive car. So for 99.9% of the time, just driving along like this, as we all do, It's powering through the front wheels, which is the most efficient way to drive a car, as we all know. And that saves massively on things like kind of mechanical wear and particularly tyre wear on them compared to competitors' cars, and obviously fuel economy. So what happens is basically there's no switches to press, you don't do anything at all, you just, if front wheels start to spin, the rears automatically come in because they're sensed. And it's a bit like someone giving you a shove in the back, and it is a brilliantly effective system and utterly reliable. We have never touched one in operation in the sort of 15-17 years, whatever it is now we've been in business. That's how tough these things are. You know, wonderful cars. And clearly, if you're looking at this car, you're maybe cross-shopping against things like Toyota RAV4. If it's a petrol Toyota RAV4, then, you know, reliability-wise, it'll be on a par with this. I mean, they're both brilliantly reliable cars. The Toyota is just a little bit dull by comparison, I think. Personal preference. I find the Honda more comfortable. It's certainly a lot bigger inside and in the boot area. So it is personal preference, but I've always found these a much nicer place to sit. You know, the European stuff, you know, they're nice cars, nice badges, nice image. Woeful reliability compared to them. These things, you know, the last owner that had this was telling me he's had it, was it 4 or 5 years. It's never ever battered an eyelid. It's never gone wrong, and that's fairly common on them. You know, to try asking someone owning a VW or an Audi or a BMW if they've had the same experience, and I very much doubt it. You know, across the board certainly. Now the point of the video is to pick up any issues. I can't find any, and I do look for them on the cars. I know these cars very well. I've had too many to count now, so I know exactly what to look for on them if one's been badly looked after. This one comes across as one that's been absolutely beautifully looked after from, you know, inside and out. But if I've missed anything on the video, please obviously don't hesitate, do give me a call and I'll happily answer any questions you might have about the car.